Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They give it to him again. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Titans will have a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Play action on first down. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. All you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
2nd and 10 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He put everything he had into this one. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds. Down.
That's simply a difficult tightrope walk to stay in bounds on a catch that far downfield. What an effort. Just too difficult a play to make.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down. Now a give on the counter. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Another carry for him. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Back-to-back carries here. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. He puts everything behind this one. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. Just his second missed extra point in this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Running this one left. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Brought down on the play by Tavondre Sweat. Second down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. 35 on the pickup. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Hand off to the back. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
Second and 10 at the Titans' 18-yard line.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Escapes out to the left. He takes it himself. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal.
That's good. For the Vikings, first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. We'll take it in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings tie it up late in the first. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Right, ready to send this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Now we're on the counter. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. We've got a close one here. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They'll try to attack this deficit, starting with 1st and 10. And with a nice gain, he runs them down inside of field goal range. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Pass play coming here. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. They'll come up 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans take a 2nd quarter lead. Titans keeping their offense on the field. Love it. They're trying for 2.
The Titans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it! And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball is headed to the 40. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. 1st and 10 from the 41. McCarthy operating from the pistol. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Roger McCreary takes it away. And the Titans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now looking to throw. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. Blown back, it's the... Oh, the football's loose! And it's a turnover, the defense has it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, the offseason. Back pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play. No one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard. It's that type of effort that coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Running for the marker on 2nd. He makes the 25. Up the sideline, past the 45. Down the sideline, inside the 30. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Right on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings take a slim 2-point lead. Ready to send this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Back to throw. Launches one deep downfield. So it's the 2-minute warning here for Minneapolis. The Titans with the football. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They're throwing it. Getting out to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running room. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
They're going for this. He connects downfield on 4. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing from the gun. Flush down out to his left. He's got a man left. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans get some late points and the lead. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go.
19, Vikings 14.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. Ooh, look at this, here he goes. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And that brings up 4th and long. The Vikings getting their punt team out. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Takes it in at the 21. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. This drive starts with barely any time left, 13 seconds in the half. To throw here on 1st down. Trying for the deep ball. That's grabbed inside the 30. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans will add to their lead at the end of the half. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Titans push the lead up to 12. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Return starts at the 3. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we finished 2 quarters, a couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's trying to push the field. Brought in inside the 20. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able.
Pressure off left, and it's blocked.
I could feel the anger all the way up here, Kate. They did not like giving up the big play, the lengthy touchdown. And they decided to release a little bit of that frustration via the special teams. That juice, that energy, you could feel it overwhelmed there and led to the block.
After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. From his own end zone, here we go. This return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. From midfield now. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Trying to find his tight end. So now they have 3rd and short. to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. To throw it on first down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
From the red zone now. Buys time, rolling right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Target that time, Jaden Reed. So it's second down coming up. Here's the long back on the handoff. And he doesn't get this one very far. Down to only about the 18. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Brown's kick is up and good. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's a return from the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Another carry for him. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Brought down on the play by Tavondre Sweat. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
They give it to him again. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. That's good for 6 yards, but it sets up 4th down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
One thing you cannot say, Kate, about this offense is they're not bold. That was a bold decision. One, they trusted the big guys up front, and they moved the sticks.
They'll run here on 1st down. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
And it was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Oh no, they get him yet again. At the 20. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. He missed the linebacker lurking, or he thought he could challenge him there and win. A 6-point mistake, Brock, either way.
Do you know, Kate, that you use that word as a verb in quarterbacks? When we look at coverages, we use it as a noun. He's a lurker. You said he was lurking, and he was. And if you're not aware of that lurker, that free defender who's got eyes on you, they can make you pay just as he did.
Well, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10. They're on the 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Give now to the running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he can take the lid off a defense at any time.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing off the play fake here. He lets one fly deep downfield. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
McCarthy to throw for it. He's loaded another one up. He's got it inside the 25. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. It's Vikings football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down here at the 16. Working quickly here. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
The Vikings will line up for the
operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And he gets into the end zone. That is exactly why they went for 2 right there, Brock. It's back down to a 1-possession game. Well, I hear you say it all the time, partner. It comes back to that word trust. And they trusted in their offense to go get those 2 points, make this a one-score game. They do their job. Now one big play can change the entire outlook of this game for them.
Yeah, now it becomes about complementary football. As you said, the offense did their job. Now defense, can you not just get a stop? Can you get a turnover? Maybe take it to the house yourself. Either way, that conversion puts them one snap away from a totally different ball game.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The running back gets it on the draw. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Runs inside the 35. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll go down here at the 16. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. But they'll take that every single time.
On 1st down, they'll run. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. The shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. He'll throw it. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Thought he had a touchdown there. So that brings up 4th and long. Big try coming up here for Cameron Dicker. Already has 1 in this game, this from 30. Brown's kick is up and good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Fielded at the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy to throw. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Quan Martin with the pick. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Titans leading by 11. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They're set up at the 35 now. Here's the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Hand off to the back. And they bring him down. He managed to get a couple across the 35 to the 36. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. Pass play now. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You know, that's a tough one right there. Actually, when you're outside the pocket, because your body is going and moving laterally, it often takes the ball out of bounds just like that. It's a tough connection to make, even under the best of circumstances.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now McCarthy. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
To throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Looking to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. So with this one seemingly in their pocket, a chance to pad the lead here, 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't win the race to the outside. That one's bottled up at the line. No No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Please be 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
So it's a win on the road for the Titans.